Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of CaseyBuilds Live. We are finishing up the medieval blacksmith set today that we started yesterday. And I knew I was going to like the set, but I didn't realize how much I was going to appreciate the design of the architecture with all the wood and the corners of the bricks on the building and those sorts of things. It's really been coming along very nicely, and it's got a lot of detail to it. It's had a few sections that I haven't really enjoyed the finickiness of it, particularly in the tree over here, and I mean that's the biggest one. But I generally don't like this sort of stuff on the corner. But the way they did it on the corner was really interesting, and it makes the bricks wrap all the way around, which is new. So, all in all, I'm really digging this set a lot. It's really cool. I'm liking it even more than I thought I would, which is saying something because I usually like the idea sets quite a bit. But we're a little over halfway done today, and we're starting on bag 9. So let's keep building. Let's see here. We'll swap over to the build cam. I think put this one to the side. Oh, thank you. Okay. And one of the things that I read too, this site, like a website. You can tell where my brain's at most of the time. This set was designed by a kid named Clemens Fiedler, who lives in Hanover, Germany. And Clemens Fiedler is 22 years old. So that's why I call him a kid. It's a kid to me. And
that building does have a very German storytell look to it.
It does have a very Germany story-ish look to it. Yeah. Yeah, he apparently did a bunch of forging with his dad. That was the thing that they did. And so he brought his life passion to Lego. Which is kind of cool. One of the things in the little synopsis, little bio thing, it mentioned that he said that it took him a whole month to design and create this set, which I don't mean to. It's a great set, but I personally don't think that a whole month to design a set that goes on to, sell as much as something like this does. I don't think that's a huge personal investment.
So you're saying he did a good job?
He did a great job. But I also don't think he should be. I don't know if it's complaining or bragging about it taking him a whole month to come up with this. Smart kid, though. And one other thing, when I was reading up on it, apparently the roof part of this was the part that he called out in particular for what he really... Yes, let's hear it for bag 9. Yeah, the roof in particular, he was really pleased with, and he said it took some really creative use of lots of different elements. So that's what we're getting to today, and after liking as much of it as I already have, I'm pretty excited to see why the roof is so great. think I sounded a lot more negative than I meant to about the whole month thing. Didn't mean to say that this that he shouldn't be proud about this. I think it's a pretty cool set. My eye's been a little twitchy lately, so hopefully that isn't noticeable on the video feed. I think I'd be too small for that to come through. But if you see me rubbing my eye a whole lot, that's why. It's driving me nuts.
Go drive.
Those guys, I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's keep this all oriented the correct way. Also, I was mentioning this yesterday, the old I did it again. The old sets were, the old Castle sets, Black Falcons.
Oh, that is it?
Black Falcons is it. Yeah. There have actually been quite a few collection series of Lego castle themed Lego sets, but I think castles are awesome. But I think these Black Falcon sets in particular are what I remember the most of. Okay, so thinking this isn't quite roof yet. This is probably going to go right here, which is thoughtful. We got a little hole area here that you could, for the stairs to connect through. That's all nice and well thought out. That's good.
That's okay. So back to your 1 month thing. I have a question.
Okay, we have a question from Lex. What's the question?
So you mentioned that 1 month is not a long time for the amount of money this set's going to make them, which I agree. Does the kid get part of the profits for coming up with the idea?
The question is, when you design a Lego Ideas set, do you get a cut of the profits from the set? I do not know the answer to that. I'd like to say yes. I actually am not sure. But I agree that it seems like the sort of thing that you should get a cut of.
You get 1% of the profits from that set.
Lex looked it up. You get 1% of the profits.
If you create a set that sparks a whole series of sets, you only get the money from the first set.
Sure. Yeah, and if your set if it goes on to ignite a whole series of things, you only get the money from your first set. 1%. That's still pretty darn good, though.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think that this medieval set, I think it was like a $250 set. So that's $2.50 per set times however many they sell. Tens of thousands. I can't even imagine how many. This is cute.
So for
This
1 month's work you made.
for a month's work, yeah, tens of thousands of dollars probably. So there's a little once upon a time deal there. So that's adding into the German fairy tale-ness of this. Medieval cottages really do sort of seem to have kind of a fairy tale theme to them right off the bat.
You think that's because of the Brothers Grimm?
I think the Brothers Grimm probably play a role in that. I think it's also due to a lot of fairy tales or medieval period dragons and whatnot. Okay.
Don't worry, I'm just here to ask the important questions.
I don't know how well you guys can hear Lex right now, but she wanted to point out that she's here to ask the important questions. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what this little once upon a time. This is just a little writing desk. Obviously we have an ink plume here next to the book. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if we're going to be putting a chair here. Yeah, a little stool. Yeah, okay, it's a little desk, I guess.
The blacksmith writes fairy tales in his free time.
That's right. The blacksmith appears to write fairy tales on his spare time. How magical. Okay. This is a cute little table. With a little lamp on it. Little lamp. I love lamp. Okay. Next up. Oh. Oh. It's a animal pelt rug. That's clever. That's really clever. Okay. I'll definitely hold this up for you as soon as I get the thing built so you can see it better. You might be able to see it in the instructions in the corner already, but I want to make sure you definitely get to see this close up. This is really cute. Gosh, there are way too many little flat 1x1 pieces here in my hands. Tough for me to grab. Okay, that's most of them. I think that's it. Let's build this thing. This is cute. All right, that goes there. That's our starting point. Because this little guy right here is kind of on a whole big sea of pieces. Instead of counting out how many studs and measuring down, it's a lot easier just to start in a corner, which is what I did with this piece up here in the corner, which is clearly in a spot on the thing, and then build out from that. As opposed to putting something bigger that would be a little bit easier in one spot, which normally would be the sort of thing that in some sets they would have different colors or other landmarks to use as a guide. But wanting this one to stay as pure and authentic as possible, and we have one big piece right here, there's nothing like that to go off of. So you kind of start in one corner, and then doing that you can build out and around and get everything where it needs to be without having to actually count stuff out. Head sticks up like that. Is that right? Yeah, that's all right. There you go. You got a little bear rug or something. Oh, that's clever. Oh, there's more to it. Okay. The head's going to stick up a little bit more. That did look a little funny the way it was. Okay. Exactly. Pure and authentic building experience. Okay. There. Now the head's finished. You can see it actually sticks up a little bit more. Oh, that's great. Okay, yeah, it looks like, I'm guessing we're going to be making another table or something over here. Probably. Alright, and it looks like around the edge here we're starting to get kind of some what are going to be mount points for the roof, I believe. I'm really curious to see how this roof is going to take shape. Apparently the roof is going to have sort of a concave thing going on. I don't know if that's necessarily going to be the full meat part of the roof, or it's just going to be the kind of the sides. But I do like it when they have ways of creating interesting shapes that are unusual for Lego pieces.
Especially organic shapes.
Yeah, organic stuff. Like this tree over here, that was a nice and unusual creation. Much as it's nice to have order and right angles and everything be perfect, it's also nice to have things be a little weird and imperfect from time to time.
Nature doesn't usually work in straight lines.
Yes. as long as it's appropriate on a set for it to be imperfect. If it's not appropriate for it to be imperfect, then it shouldn't be, obviously. Okay, and this treasure chest has a little compass inside of it and a backpack. Compass and backpack. Because the backpack's so big, it can't really close it completely, but a compass and... you can't even see it. That's fine. It's just a compass and a backpack. There you go. Okay. And we're going to have just a few pieces here for the roof, but not a whole lot yet. Windows are the gable ends. Indeed. Okay. Alright, and this needs to go that way. And don't really know what angle that needs to be at yet. This piece right here actually pivots. And I'd imagine in a moment we're going to be putting something on top of it. Oh, that's the end of bag 9. We'll be putting something on top of it that'll lock it into place. How do you decide when an imperfection is appropriate? That's a good question.
When the book tells you that's what it's supposed to look like.
I feel like it's something you just sort of feel. I just know it. If you're building something man-made or mechanical, where humans like to have everything be all lined up pretty and perfect and everything. Hello, Taco. Glad to see you're alive for yet another day. Yeah, if it's a man-made thing, generally speaking, we like to keep things all flat and right-angled, and if it's something that's natural, then you want it to be a little more free-form. So, like, if you're building a ship or a car or something like that, you expect everything to be neat and tidy. Yeah, I think that's probably the most difficult question I've had to field on here. That's something.
Hey, I had a question you didn't know the answer to.
Well, your question I just didn't know the answer to. It wasn't hard, it was just involved looking up knowledge. This one had a component of subjectivity involved. I think this is going to be a real fancy little bed. Oh, it is. Oh, that's cute. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be real cute when it's done. 14 hours of sleep. That's like how much sleep I get in a week. That's not true. I'm lying. Still, that's impressive. This looks like a good old-fashioned like German woodworker, or a good wood-crafted workmanship kind of a bed.
Like Geppetto made it?
Sturdy. Like Geppetto made it, sure, yeah. There they are. Okay. This chair that I'm sitting in has just the hint of a squeak to it when I move sometimes. I doubt you guys can hear that. It's making me wonder.
You want to trade? This one speaks too, though.
No. Okay. All right. We're creating a pattern here with multicolored greens once again. I want to make sure that I get the right ones in the right spots this time. Because there's.
Hey, I laid those out specifically so it'd be easier for you.
You did a great job. Thank you. Okay. Done with the dark greens. Yeah, okay. We're all good here. And we're left with one green of each color. Although this one I would consider, this turquoisey one, I would actually consider closer to blue than green. But 2 pillows. Glad that the blacksmith isn't all alone. Oh, we even have bed knobs in all 4 corners here.
Broomsticks?
No broomsticks, just bed knobs. Okay. I think this is going to be the end of the bed probably, and then I can hold this up for you and show you because this deserves to be appreciated. Yeah. Nerd. Okay. Yep, okay. Here you go, check this out. So it's got a nice bedspread. We got a couple of pillows there. You can see the bed knobs. It's got some finish work on the footboard there. That's a real cute little bed. Very nice. Okay, this needs to go there. Okay. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Got it. I'm not sure why this side, it's weird, there's a gable over here, and this is kind of in the way, so there's sort of a empty space in there that I would imagine, were this a real house, that'd be a kind of a weird place to put your desk and then box off that area. Seems wrong. It'd be a perfect little window seat otherwise. Oops.
Maybe the layout of the house has to be different because of heat flow.
Heat flow?
Well, yeah, it's part of the forge, isn't it?
No, that's a different spot.
Never mind.
gonna say earlier, every time this chair squeaks, it makes me think of the squirrels that we have outside of our yard, or outside of our balcony. It makes me wonder if they're out there barking for nuts.
No, I just checked.
Yeah, these the outer finished wood here. Really digging that on this set. I think that's my favorite part of the set is all the external exposed lumber beams. Okay. Okay. Looks like we're getting awful close to having the shape of this in place. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Oops. Okay. This center post is going to be very unsturdy until it isn't. Like that just comes right off right now. I can. As soon as that all connects together, though, hopefully it'll firm things up. Bless you to the piece sorter.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now we're getting quite a bit sturdier here. This is exactly what this all needed. Now we have this whole support. I can lift it up by that. Yeah. Support beam going across the top there. That's good. Oh, that's gonna definitely tighten things up even more. Putting a big long flat plate across there like that. Oh yeah. Oh boy. This man knew how to build a house. Good work. Okay. To the piece hoarder. Oh, I don't think she hoards peace. Okay. How do these go? This needs to be there. Okay, there's some connecting going on here. I don't really know what we're doing with them yet. Kind of an intricate section right here. It's kind of weird. These guys on the ends, and that's I don't know what's happening over there yet. I don't know if this is going to solve it or not. That would be a very different show indeed.
Give it to me, I must build.
Same thing on the other side. I think we are just about done with this bag. That's probably the last step. Come on. Whoa. It does come together. We got that triangle right there. That actually, that's a perfect, the lines, the angles on that are perfect. That's fun. Okay. That is the end of bag 9, or 9, 10. That was the end of bag 10. On to bag 11. I skipped getting lost in the fun. Okay.
They did a bad job breaking up the next 2 bags. This one's really small and the next one's big.
Oh. Okay, small bag. This one's going to go by fast. Okay, 11, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So I'll go across the top. Oh, technically, it's supposed to be that way. So I don't think that's going to make a difference on this step. Good. Okay. Kind of have a interesting raised beam thing going on here. I'm not sure what that architectural element is called going across the top like that. It looks pretty cool.
Where's Alex? Isn't that what he's here for?
Yeah, Alex, if you know what the name of that is, go for it. Okay, time for our roof ends here. Let's see what we're putting together. Okay, we need to do 2 of them. 2. It says do 2. Hopefully it doesn't mean 4. Ooh. Leah versus V. That would be an entirely different level of production.
Oh, I got most of those costumes already.
We may have the costumes, but we definitely need a dedicated camera operator at that point. Man, I really have a feeling here we're going to get to the end of this. I'm going to wish I had built 4 of these, not 2 of them. If only they would do a better job hauling that stuff out. Oh, Godzilla. Oh, nope. Okay, good. Alright, so those two go over there. Set them to the side. Feeling the only thing that's going to be different is this piece right here on the end, which is where they were gonna, where they'll connect to each other. So far, they're the same. In fact, I'll be able to hold these up and show how they're all the same except for those two pieces. Okay. Yeah, you weren't kidding. This was a really fast bag. So these two and these two are almost all identical. As you can see, all the same, same. All the same, except for one has a grabby and one has a bar, which is so that they can go like this. Put them together. And then these can go on either end of the house. Where do they go? Currently, they just sit there. And now we use these leftover pieces here to lock them into place. That's cool. Yeah, that's really neat how that came together there. Okay. Yep, that's the end of that one. Yeah, check out the... Look at the end of this. This is a... has a really neat slope to it there on either end. Cool. Alright, that, I believe, is the end of bag 11. On to bag 12. Ooh, yeah, we're definitely building some roofing now. Okay, can move there. Let's give ourselves a little extra room. Okay. Not asking for two of these. One little one, and two angled ones. These long flat pieces I say every time, got to make sure they're nice and firmly together. Alright, you can see how this is all starting to come together. I think this is only going to look cooler as we get further along and have more here. Ooh. So what day is it today? March 7th? Yeah, just so you guys know, I had also ordered more Lego Studio shelving quite a while ago at this point, but when I ordered it, there was a bit of a delay on a lot of this stuff, and I've been very patiently waiting for it to show up. And in the next week or maybe two, I'll be having, when the new shelving shows up, I'm gonna have to move things around a bit in here. So the set will look a little different, possibly by next weekend or the following weekend. See, check that out. Stream on Sunday. That's really neat looking. Has a very helpful top-down view here too, to make sure these are all lined up the right way, which is unusual, but their placement is very unusual as well, as you can see here. So, really wanted to call that out. And I have a feeling I'm going to really appreciate that they did that. But yeah, the studio here has reached a comfortable capacity without me doing anything too weird, and so it felt like it was time to get some new racks so that we could continue to have things be a nice and orderly without getting too cramped. So that's exciting news here at CaseyBuilds. I'm sure I don't need to tell any of you how frustrating it can be when you run out of room in your Lego studio. It's a very difficult problem to have. Something that everybody deals with from time to time.
I wouldn't know. I'm still waiting for my art studio.
I'm going to need you to pipe down over there.
I will not.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we're getting more interesting roof bits. Actually, like, just this one tiny little piece right here looks kind of like dragon scaling, even though that's not correct. It's obviously not right. But the roof does have a bend to it now, so that's gonna it's gonna work. It's gonna work. That's cool. You know, if we could have room to make you a nice art studio on your side of the garage if we had to start parking your car outside.
I've told you before I don't care if mine's outside.
Well, right now when it fits in there, I hesitate to want to park it outside, but if you, say, got one that didn't fit in there...
Not
then,
buying me a new car.
You know.
Stop trying to make fetch happen, Gretchen.
Mm-hmm. Okay, see what I deal with.
Oh, you're gonna do it. I will mess this tray up right now.
Okay. I feel like I normally wouldn't use the word quaint to describe most Lego sets, but this is going to be very quaint. This little cottage. I love it. Flip. And like the other one, perfect placement. Okay, this goes on this side because it lines up with those, and it just sits in there. Okay, so we have these little notches. Just wondering what that was going to be. There's these little guys here, and they just drop right into place, and it just sits in there. Look at that. And then you have, check that out. Oh, how cool is that? If you're unsure of the answer, very. Look at that.
If you're unsure, let me tell you.
That's really something. Okay. Oh, that just all fits in there perfectly. You can see inside on this side. Whoop! Oh. Like I said, it just sits in there. Oh, man. That was a rookie mistake. boogers. Where did that go? Shoot, I have an extra piece. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's over here. Just couldn't figure out where that went. Okay. We're all back together. Okay. Gonna do less lifting up for the things that just sit in there. So, there we go. Very nice. Next up. Oh, we're not quite done with this bag yet. Okay. We don't normally have those sorts of bloopers here on CaseyBuilds. Oh no. Building another little gable here. Oh, now presumably that's going to fit over here on this side. Can't imagine where else it might go. Goes in there with a cap on the top and shutters on either side. Not really shutters, just wood framing. Okay, and yes, that attaches right there. Oh, and that also locks that into place, so we won't have that problem again. No more falling out. Yeah. Look at how that all comes together. Wow, very impressive. So far, I am in full agreement that the roof is very noteworthy. That's the end of bag 12. 2 to go. What time are we at? 3 o'clock? Yeah, we'll be done by 3:30, I would imagine. What are you laughing at over there?
You said 3:30.
Yeah, this is another big one, isn't it? All right. Okay.
The last one's small.
This I think is going to be a tiny little fireplace. That's going to ultimately be right here on top, up in the bedroom. Swedish Valhut. Taco, I don't think she needs help picking dogs out. But thanks for being present. Swedish Valhund is cute.
Yeah.
Is it basically the IKEA version of a hound?
It's like if a corgi and
Corgis are small.
yeah, it's like if a corgi and a German Shepherd had a baby.
I was picturing something like the dog in questionable content that their mom has.
No, it's way cuter than that.
Kind of a. Oh, it is like a it's like a corgi German Shepherd. That's exactly what it is. Holy cow!
Super cute.
Wolf corgi. Boy. Yeah. No. It's not what I was expecting.
Oh my god, as puppies, they're even cuter.
Because puppies are always cuter. Yeah, there we go. Right, I'll be able to hold this up in a second and you'll be able to see it is the top of the stack here and is a little fireplace for the bedroom. So, top of the chimney stack and in the bedroom, there's a little fire in the fireplace there. And it'll be up here finishing off the stack on top of the forge. So efficient. There we go. Haha. See that? Outside of the house, and then on the inside of the house you can see the fire in there. So cute. Okay, now we're just building. This is just a big flat side, and presumably this side they're going to want to leave it for us to be able to take off. This side, obviously, you don't need to take off the entire roofing section to be able to play with it, but if you were to use this and be playing with minifigs, you'd want to have access to this area. So that's why this side, I'm thinking, is ultimately going to be one big piece that can be removed. We'll see if they do things the way I would have expected them to. Okay. Like that. Two. Now, where do these guys go? Once again, they line up right there and right there. Having these top-down things are pretty helpful. Okay, that's nice. Flip it back over, and now lots of roof section bits. One, two, this one was 3, one more. Yep, that's the pattern they were following. these, then one green, then 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 green, and then the rest back to light blue. 1, 2, 3. Now for the top. 3 green. Curious what they're going to have is attached to the top of the roof here, or if there will be anything attached to the top of the roof, because they could have just used these flat ones all over the place, but they're also having us put some studs up top that theoretically something could attach to. I don't know if they're actually going to have us attach anything to it. It could just be there for some flavor, just to give it some irregularities. So, there's that. Oh, I was off by 1. This needed to be a 3. These are dark blue. 3 and 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Woo! Okay, skip 1, then do that. Boy. A lot of these pieces. Okay. All right. Hopefully that's the end of that. To build a couple of holder bits. And these go this way. I'm having a hard time today. I'm just can't hold on to anything. Okay, and those will all be connected like that. And there's some areas where they're falling out. And, as expected, drops into place. And again, this side, I'll be careful not to let it fall out. It actually does have a concave curve to it there, which looks pretty darn cool. Alright, back to this way. Finish off our rooftop a bit. There. There. Okay, I think that's it. And yeah, now it just goes up on top here. Let's get rid of these pieces. Make room for the final tray. Alright, and this needs to line up like that. Oh, that's great. What a great little house. Look at that. It all works. Huh. Okay. Not done yet. We can appreciate it soon. Yep, and that part will come right off too. Okay. What do we have left to do here? Oh, we're building a little cart and some dudes. Oh, and it's the black Falcon armor. Cool. Very cool. Alright, we need an old knight and a young knight. Oh, no. We have an old knight and a... That's a lady. That's a lady. Okay. Kind of a Brienne of Tarth kind of thing going on there. Okay. Hold your sword there, sir. Hold it. Get in. Come on. Tough.
Get your shit together.
Yeah, see, there we go. It's ready to go attack a dragon. Okay, and you can swap their hair piece out for these helmets, but we're gonna make them camera ready. Make them all pretty. Let's see here. Lady. Ready for their close-up. Oh, and then they have different weapons? No. No, they do not. and she's holding a one of those things. Alex, are you out there?
Halberd?
Is it a halberd? I think that's what that is.
It is.
Okay. All right. Now for a little cart. Because you really can't have a classic Lego castle medieval themed set without the super classic Lego horse. So that's why that's there. All right. Oh, and the reins. Man, I haven't seen one of those pieces in a long time. Okay, we got a bag of stuff right there. Two bendy bits. There. Yep. Okay. On the back. Shield on the outside over here. Not sure what's going to be on the other side yet. Wheels for our wagon. This is very Wells Fargo-y. Oh, it's a lantern for the other side. Naturally. Lantern. Okay. Now to hook up our horsepower here. And before we get to the next step, these pieces right here, these ones are so that you can finish off your horse if you don't want to have the horse be connected up here. But I think we're going to want to. Oops, how does that go? That goes like that. Do that. Horse. Oh no. There goes our lantern. There we go. Got our horse ready to go. That's the end. Oh, they don't even show... Should they show a kind of a complete set of the whole thing? Did I miss it? Is there, after all the credits and stuff? Nope. You are free to play with it as you see fit without any extra direction. Cool. Lex, could you help me with something, please? Could you tell me if this is in the shot for the time lapse real quick before I hold this up for everyone? Yes? Mm-hmm. The roof is all in and everything? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, why don't you stop the time lapse then? There we go. Add a little professionalism to that. And now let's check out swap cameras. So we have our little horse cart there. And here's our finished product for our blacksmith shop. Looks just fantastic. I do love all of the, I was mentioning this yesterday, all the finished wood beams, exposed wood beams here look really cool. The tree and well back here were also a pretty nice surprise. It's neat. Oh, we're still talking about dogs over there. Yes. It's very cool the way that this is built up too, because if you wanted to play with your minifigs and play with the set, the whole thing comes apart very easily. So you can take the top off. You can get access easily to the upper quarters. You can take this piece off, get access to the kitchen, which was really cool. And then we still have access downstairs into the I can't hold it at too much of an angle because everything will fall off. Into the smith shop itself. Obviously we have working doors and our bellows to light up the forge. Oops. Messing with my wraparound bricks that I was so excited about yesterday. But let's put it all back together here one more time. See the complete building. There we go. Everything lines up perfectly. It's great. You can see the fireplace stack goes all the way up. All the way up over there. Yeah. Great set. Really a lot of detail. It's not huge, but there's so much detail in it. I'm a big fan. This was a great set today. Or this weekend.
That room turned out really cool.
Yeah. All right, everyone. As always, thank you so much for being here. Enjoy the rest of your weekends. I think next weekend it'll be another time-lapse post on Saturday with a smaller build on Sunday, though I'm not sure what either one of those is going to be yet. But thank you all for being here. Enjoy the rest of your weekends, and see you later.